After the market close, Tom takes your phone calls from 4 to 6 p.m. Eastern Standard Time using the data available at that time.
Let's go to a Bill in Boca Raton. Hey, Bill, what's going on?
Not too much. Enjoying the warm weather in Florida just like you, except on the other coast.
Perfect, man. Perfect.
Yep.
Do you listen on the internet right now?
Yeah.
Cool, man. Cool.
No, I enjoy that. That's in your Tiger TV and everything. I've been watching you for years, and you've really taken this whole programming to a level that's just phenomenal.
I appreciate it.
And now, here's Tom O'Brien.
Welcome, folks. This is Tom O'Brien of TFNN. We go 5 days a week. We go 2 hours a day. We go 24 hours a day on the internet at TFNN.com. Always remember, folks, whatever you think about, you bring about. Whatever you focus on grows. It's a TGIF Friday, folks. Let's make it a great one. Let's take a look at one of our 4 agreements. Take action on your ideas. Doing your best means to take action. You can have many great ideas in your head, but without action upon an idea, there'll be no manifestation, no results, and no reward. And folks, if you happen to be in Florida, in the Tampa area, the action you should take tomorrow morning is come see Steve Rhodes and myself. We're going to be doing a 3-hour workshop. It's free. It's at Tampa Hyatt. You can check that out on the front page of TFNN. It's going to go from 8:30 to 11:30. Market-wise, let's take a look at it out here. We had the Dow down 240, NASDAQ off 65, S&P's off 28. Gold contract up $5, traded $1,622 an ounce. Silver down 68 cents at $29.83 an ounce. Platinum off $3.50 at $1,518 an ounce. Copper smoked again, down 13 pennies at $3.11 a pound. Light sweet crude down $3.28 at $78.86. Bonds up 28 ticks at 142.31. King dollar up 69 ticks at 79.30. Euro at 133, and the yen up 22, trading out at 77.06. Our phone number is 877-927-6648. Give us a call, folks. Well, I know what's going on in your world. In the world of the S&Ps, let's take a look at them. What do you have? We go down 28 points. We actually gapped down this morning about 20 points. Bottom line, you're down 28 points. You're at 1131. We did 970 million, folks. It's going to take a lot more than 970 million to blow these bottoms out. The reason being is that you're going into 2.5 billion. You know, you had fast price destruction, no juice behind it. That is on the daily. Now, if we bring up the SPY, and I take this SPY and we put this on the weekly, let's see, there she is. Okay, so what you're going to see, whoops. What you're going to see on the weekly, we'll put up this SPY. Now, on the daily, what the SPY did on the daily is this. The SPY comes down 266 million. That 266 is going into 514 million. That was from the 22nd, also coming into 718 million. So that's on the daily. On the weekly, what you have is this, folks, is that we did on a weekly basis 1.24 billion. That little baby is going into 2.8 billion. So it's going to take a lot more to blow it out. What it is, though, is it is right at those lows. So it'll have some energy going with it on Monday morning. We go take a look at the Dow Industrials. What we have happening with the Dow is this. Dow comes down 240. That little baby also is going into 2.5 billion. It's going to take a lot more juice in order to break that down. The Dow setup, it actually is a pretty good setup. What I mean by that is that when you're pushing this far into the lows and you can't break them, that's saying you're not going to break them. Particularly with the Dow, if you remember, the Dow is the one that broke them last week and came back topside. Now, the composite, we go over to the NASDAQ composite. Composite is down 65 bucks. We do 1.9 billion versus 2.3 and 4 billion shares. NASDAQ's not even close. I mean, not even close either. We go to the 4 Qs, 3 Qs now, rather. We look inside the 3 Qs. This is what you have. Just 1 second. 3 Qs came down. Okay, 3 Qs came down on 99 million shares. That 99 million broke a swing with 151. When you break a swing, even with lighter volume, bottom line, you can go to the next price point there. So we're at 52.49. That swing was 52.75. We're into the swing of the low of the high. We're into the swing of the lows of August 9th, and we're into it by about 50 cents. The high there was 53.08. The bottom was 49.93. We did 193 million there. That's on the daily. On the weekly, what you have, you're coming into that level with 470 million versus 839 million. Okay, so let's go over to the U.S. dollar. DXZ1. We go over to the dollar. Now, dollar goes topside, 29,000 contracts. What you have here, dollar wants to do an ABC up, just not ready yet, folks. Why am I saying that? This is what you have. The dollar today was going into 49,000 contracts. We went in with 29,000. Not enough juice. Now, Monday, we'll see whether we can get the juice into it. Bottom line, not enough juice there. We go over to the bond market. If you want to see something that's just amazing inside the bond market, and this is what it was. Bond market out here today, we closed at 142, well, we're at 142.31. We did 365,000 contracts. That 365,000 is going against 546. Okay, so now let's put it all together. This is what you have. You're going into the lows, dramatically lighter volume. We had the first downdraft from August to July. July to August, rather. Monster volume. Second downdraft had big volume. This downdraft had price destruction, no volume. That tells me that it's still going to go to the top of the consolidation. You take the bond market, what you had inside the bonds here, they don't have enough juice to go topside yet. The dollar, so the correlation there is that, of course, you bust down for the next leg down in the market, bonds would be going topside in a huge way, not 28 ticks. The other side of that, the dollar would have had more contracts on the way up for the ABC structure. So next week's going to be another great week, no doubt, meaning high volatility in the marketplace. You know, we'll see whether it holds or not. My take is that you can go test them, but it's got to hold. There's just not enough energy at this point to bust these babies out. And what you had out here today, it actually looks like a disaster of a day, but, well, it depends what you're in, I guess. But the bottom line is that when you go take a look at the NDX, the lows of yesterday were out there at 52.97. The NDX opened today at the 53.18 mark. So we'll see where the whole baby shakes out. Let's take a look at some of the high volume stocks. What you do have out here, folks, so check this out. This is pretty intense. Kodak. Kodak is going to go BK. Bottom line, middle of the day, just blew apart. And that's it for another film company. You know, it's amazing. You know, Polaroid, go BK, Kodak's next. Pretty intense. And I guess it's one of the stories in Kodak, reading it, the reality is that it's going to be easier for them to sell their patents if they're in BK. Let's go to Andy in Colorado. Hey, Andy, what's going on?
Doing great, Tom. How you doing?
Good, thanks. Thanks for calling. Thanks for holding.
Awesome. Hey, I just wondered if DUST, Delta Uniform Sierra Tango, still has some more room to run.
DUST. Okay, let's take a look. This is the Direction Gold Miners Trust. It's the two times the bear position, the opposite position. The low is 27, the high is 54. And anything you'd like to know about Direction shares, folks, come over to our website at TFNN. You're going to see, first you can either hit the banner or you can go right under ETF and you'll have, there's 3 white papers. And they explain how they get defensive on the way down and compound on the way up. Okay, so, this is interesting, man. Oof. Yeah, this looks like it wants to move. Let me I got to bring up the GDX on the other side of this, though. GDX. Let's see here. Yeah, and the GDX wants to go lower. Yeah, unbelievable. Yeah, the GDX is in trouble. Now, let me just see something for a second. Okay, so let me go back to Dust. And market vectors, Goldman Sachs Finance. So we got to find out exactly what's inside this. Meaning, see, it's a Goldman Sachs index that's inside it. But it's like, okay, would you know what's inside it? Oh, I know what's inside it. I see. Okay, I see. It's the ARCA Gold Miners Trust. Okay, so that, yeah, no, this can go higher, man. A lot higher too.
Great, good. I'm
Cooking,
thinking
brother.
about doing it Monday morning.
Okay, man. Have a great one. Have a safe one. Let's
Thanks,
go to where am I? Let's go to Cannon in Denver. Hey, Cannon, what's going on?
How much, Tom? How are you today, sir?
Doing great, man. Ready for a good weekend?
Yes, sir. I'm ready.
There you go. What are we going to look at?
ECA.
ECA. Okay, let's take a look. What do these guys do? They develop, produce, market natural gas. The low's $18.99. That's today. The high's 35. The PE's 56. They make 34 cents. Okay, so what are you looking to do here?
Entry point, sir.
Entry point. Why do you want to buy this stock?
Relatives work there.
Okay. So let's see. We're going to keep your relatives on hold for a little bit longer, all right? You think your relatives know something?
No, not really.
Yeah. Okay, this is what you have. You know, the lows of March of 08, actually October of 08, are $18.57. Now, what this is doing is that it is coming back into that level with dramatically lighter volume, which is dynamite, okay? What you want to let it do, though, Cannon, is get right into that level. When they get this close, okay, you got within 40 cents this week of it, it'll go hit it. You know, because it's still closed at a low, so let it hit it first. The reason you let it hit lows or highs, folks, is this, is that's where they're going to talk and squawk. So if there's orders, sell orders underneath there, you'll know it. You following me?
Okay.
And what you're going to be looking for is this. You're going to be looking for that it hits 1857, then it rejects that price, and then it closes inside 1857 next week. That's the first thing, okay? Now, the second thing you need, though, is that after that, then you get a sign of strength. Now, what a sign of strength is that sometime within 2 or 3 weeks after that, right, you'll get a nice acceleration on the way up. And then you get volume expands, the price points expand, then you buy the next retracement after that. Two different things have happened there. It's proved to you that it doesn't want to go lower. It rejected that lower price. Then it proved to you that you have new ownership coming in it, meaning because it expanded with volume, you had wide price spread, then you wait for the retracement. Then you get action.
Okay.
Okay, brother.
All right, thanks, Tom.
Have a great one, man. Have a safe one. This is Tom O'Brien. This is TFNN. Our phone number is 877-927-6648. We had the Dow close down 240, NASDAQ off 65, S&P's off 28. We're going to be right back, folks.